mean, they went to bat with things about what was important to these patients. And one of them is, if you notice and you read on it, they're talking about nursing proportions and so on and so forth. That ultimately changed the formula and helped Michigan. I mean, what I'm going to say is, it's not that we're just saying, you should pick us. That wasn't what it was. But I don't think individuals are going to be able to do it. We could, as a group, with lobbying effort, that would not only be us, but our hospital, our children's hospitals, it would be good for them too, especially the ones that have great programs. And they do have some sort of lobbying efforts. So lobbying efforts do work, but they don't work individually. I think they have to work at a higher level. And the more organized we are, the better. Whether it should be the Cleft Palate Association, whether it should be the American Craniofacial, whether it should be the ASMS, whether it should be the, I don't know the word, whether they can do that, but that's my point.
More than the ROC but our society certainly can. And I think even more importantly, if we could get that kind of voice through the college and through the AMA, you can make a real case for it. Worth a try.
About the American Cleft Palate Association. Back about 1990, Jeff Marsh and I were on a committee because there were complaints that we had what a team should consist of, and the surgeon was a plastic surgeon. And we just took it off and said, trained surgeon. And that's the way it should be. And you're going to win the game by having people out there who have good credentials and who do good work. And if it's the plastic surgeons, which it should be, then you're going to win the game. But you can't mediate it, or you can't, say this is the way it's got to be, because then you're going to look like the bad guy. I mean, you've got to do it on quality. And having great teams and turning out great residents and developing the kind of programs we've got, that's the way you're going to win.
See, but the public doesn't know until it's already happened. That's number one. And number two is, I think, I see what Joe talks about. They control the airway issues, and then they funnel patients in a particular way, and they don't know, the public doesn't know any better.
I hate to be a bummer, but I don't think we're going to win this. If you look at what happened with head and neck cancer, we lost. If you look in Europe right now, who does breast reconstruction? It's not the plastic surgeons. We lost. I hate to be a bummer, but in 50 years, they're going to continue getting better and better and better and taking care of airways and airways and airways and do distractions and on and on. I don't see us winning this.
Oh, it's so pessimistic.
Who does head and neck cancer
gonna
in your
hand-
institution? Who does head and neck cancer reconstruction in Michigan?
The oral surgeons actually do an awful lot and actually take a rest of the ENTs, says you're not doing that. My point is, though, let's look at the other way. The reason why Davis, and I'll tell you this, and the reason why LSU is run by oral surgeons, that's their programs, that's one of the ones, and the one in Davis is run by ENT. So you can make the same argument the other way. Why is it that they've been able to maintain that the whole time? Because they have the power there. They have a power base there. The guy, Golly, that's in, never even trained, he's an oncologic oral guy, and he basically was at the Cleft meeting recently talking about clefts. But he is like the provost there, whatever he does. ENT is exceedingly strong at Davis. So do not underestimate the politics of what's going on. Controlling the craniofacial program made a big deal at Michigan, and don't underestimate it. Now, I'm not going to say that there's not going to be a battle that's going, but I'm not about to throw in the towel. I think you guys
I couldn't agree with you more, Steve, because there's a reason why the requirements on all these other programs is so low, that the bar is so low, that they don't talk about specifics, because they cannot get it. Because we've got this, and we still do have it. There's another thing that I think we ought to do, and that's stop complaining about our training. I hear that from so many plastic surgeons who wander off and then go and talk at all these other meetings. Shut up. We actually do a bloody good job. We really do.
See, I told you this would ignite something. So before we finish, let's have some of the audience.
We don't, for the residents who are here, don't get depressed. All right? All right? There's a good future.
Joe's hanging out
Go get
Prozac.
a well-trained and go do your thing, and you'll be okay.
I can't see. Bob.
And then over here.
Bob. One of the things that I've heard here is you can't go through your credentialing. I 100% agree with that. That's not going to work. But at our institution, one of the things your administrators don't want is they don't want patient safety issues. And so you can go through safety and quality, and you can talk to your administrators and say, it is confusing for the patients when they call the hospital, they need to know where the referral is, so that can go to plastic surgery because that's where it's done. And so you work through that way, and that has been successful. So if they want to be doing clefts, it has to be at least through the same department. So now you don't at least have departments going against each other. And then you can start to develop, I think, more team concepts with your colleagues, and that also seems to be beneficial. So that's just a couple suggestions.
There are actually ways for them around that. Like our ENT people have a speech clinic. They have a hearing clinic, so they see microtia patients through hearing clinic. They see patients with VPI through speech clinic. And so it gets confusing, and they don't only see VPI.
Bill, you should have the speech clinic. See, that's already confusing. That's what I'm saying. It should be, you should have a speech clinic, and you should have ENT with you at the speech clinic.
Well, we have a
Right.
craniofacial clinic, and ENT is with us.
Right, and what if the ENT, that's part of that clinic, wants to do clefts too? Oh, and by the way, they do microtia too, because any baby that's born without an ear, you know, the pediatrician, you know, sends
Joe,
that
I
to
agree
the
with you.
ENT.
If they're excellent at microtia and they're in your clinic, you want them to do it. But they should be in your clinic.
What if
or
you're
that
excellent
clinic.
at it as well, and there's not that many? It's just a reality, I'm just being pragmatic. I mean, at Pittsburgh, we still control it, but it's because of a constant, non-stop fight.
We got this guy's been raising his hand for an hour.
So I kind of share a little bit of Dr. Losi's pessimism, but part of it is our own doing. You know, we get in Akron, we have pretty busy cleft clinics and that. But for the most part, if I went to any of the people on the stage and as a new, let's say, plastic surgery grad and tried to ask for cleft privileges, Dr. Mackay would laugh. You know, whereas if you go to some of these ENT programs, yes, a lot of them do pediatric fellowships, but some of them don't, and they're just so happy to have people. So part of it, both head and neck and other things, are our own people who, through credentialing and everything else, are less excited to get people involved. And I do think that, and even if we look at what mission trips, you know, lots of peds ENT people sometimes go during their residency. Now a lot of places want people who are craniofacial fellows or higher to go. So there is something to be said within our own institutions or within our own societies for this stratification, I think.
So I'm not gonna laugh at you, but I've got 3 fellowship trained pediatric people at the moment. I'm not laughing. It's just the reality.
Well, all plastics.
My residents are still gonna be well trained, and they got jobs.
They should be credentialed though, whether they did a craniofacial fellowship or not, to do clefts. I consider that core in our program.
Absolutely.
I don't consider that a fellow case. That's a resident case.
Yep.
And I have faculty members who didn't do a craniofacial fellowship that do beautiful cleft work.
Your situation is more in an open situation where you're coming in, I can't tell you the other, in an academic situation, there's a plastic surgeon who wants to do with us, even from the outside. We take care of all their people. We never say no to anybody who's coming in through the craniofacial program. If they came in and they came in with people, other people that are doing them out in the community, we don't want the kids to lose out by having sort of a visit to the craniofacial program. What we find is that they dabble. These people out there dabble. And that's the problem. Not that if somebody's really interested and they want to do it out there, we encourage that. The problem is if you dabble, oh, I want to do a cleft, oh, no, I don't have time because I got this great facelift to do. I mean, they're not going to work. You got to follow up and do all that stuff. But we encourage them from the outside, you know, to do it. Some people are coming from so far away. I mean, it's really a hardship for the patients and so on. So,
You know, in the hand field, okay, with the certificate of added qualification, they've managed to corner that, and there are many institutions now that will not allow you to do hand surgery unless you have the CAQ. So at one point, when I was involved with the American Craniofacial Society, we were talking about should we ever do something like that. But the problem is, it's just like what Bob was saying, there are lots of people out there who are trained in plastic surgery who do a great cleft and they didn't do a fellowship. And so would that be considered? That's one point. The other point was getting back to what Jim Lehman was saying. you know, at the boot camp for the craniofacial fellows that we put on every year, we have now started to teach them how to put in dental implants. Now, that has got to be the easiest thing. I mean, have you ever seen a dental implant put in? And so, you know, I mean, it's like, why can't we do that? We do all this, you know, facial fracture plating and distraction and all that. Why can't we be putting in dental implants? So, you know, I don't know if that's the right track either, but, you know, you fight fire with fire. I mean, they're encroaching on our scope of practice in just about every aspect, if you think about it.
So you're saying the best defense is an offense?
Possibly.
Unless you're in your division.
So in West Virginia, this is what I lived for 3 years, continues to be so. There is no administrative support, that doesn't happen. So what I've done is a combination of what Steve has done. I've placed a mold in the NICU, who was a former NP there, who's now our coordinator. He knows everyone there. So we preferentially know when there's a baby born with an airway issue or a clot. And I descend upon them before we The interesting thing is the ENT that has been there, before I got there, he had been there for 17 years, so he has a long history. He's well supported by the department of otolaryngology. And even though that chairperson recognizes he's not very good, he's not going to displace him. So with that, and the challenge that I have is that the quality isn't good, particularly on the palate side. We have more fistulas in West Virginia than probably anyplace else. I've never seen something. And so he's somewhat covering the soft tissue with the palate, that's not his suit. But he doesn't recognize that, nor will he give it up. So with what we have, you know, with time that's moved over more to what we're doing, though he still does some things, and that's brought a lot of things. I do think outcomes is the other way. So the other thing I've tried to do is convince him to allow us to do the Clark Q, which has some ability to provide feedback on policy. And I hope to use that as a tool to convince the administration that you just can't allow anyone to do it because they want to. It needs to be someone who's capable. I don't know if that means it's a non-plastic surgeon. They certainly need to have quality-based outcomes that are consistent with what are national.
Okay. It did generate a little bit of heat. Maybe a bit of light. And again, I just want to echo what Bill said to those folks out there who are in training. We do still actually have this. If this is a career path you want to follow, go for it. It's some of the most rewarding stuff you can do. Make sure you're doing it as part of a team. And I would argue that the one thing that we didn't talk about too much was the being part of a well-established team and not necessarily the flag man or the front man for the team, but part of the team. And if you're a part of that, the surgery may not be the most important thing that these kids have. It's everything else that goes on around it. And if you're a good team player and part of that, that's going to help you. With that, we have a little bit of time for a drink.
Mike, what are you doing next? Wherever you are, don't worry. Wow. Yeah. Maybe we should start doing. Maybe we should start doing YouTubes.
Well, I told you I've been so angry. Like, you know what, I'm gonna go wait for, I actually, one day I was so upset. I go, you know, I'm gonna go wait for a week.